Hi. I've already talked to you a little bit about how resilient the human spirit is, but I think it might help to tell you my own personal story regarding that, what really helped me. This happened, oh gosh, about close to 30 years ago at this point, back in the 1990s. I had just put my husband through the MBA program. I stayed in a job that was basically a soul sucking job that I really hated. And as soon as he got a job after he graduated, I quit my job and he was supposed to return the favor. He went out to lunch, literally first day on the job, and had a massive stroke. From there, they found out that he had some other serious undiagnosed health issues, and he was dying basically. They at one point they'd even told me he only had 2 months to live. Now he did manage to survive due to basically a miracle, and I'll talk more on that at some point too. But I would literally go home every night from the hospital when it first happened, and various times he was in the hospital, just basically scream at the heavens, why us? We're decent people. Why the heck are we being singled out to be tortured like this? We don't deserve this. And I was just gutted. I was near suicidal. Well, honestly, if my husband didn't need my support, I might not be here now. But something happened with my friends that really got me through it. Now, I had a group of friends I'd met online through a fan group for some TV show. And we'd been together for maybe 3 or 5 years at that point. And we'd gotten to be, good friends. Things got turned to personal conversations and whatnot. And they knew my story. They knew what was going on with me. And they said, look, some of them started telling me their own stories of horrible things that happened to them. Now, everybody's got a story. Theirs were like severe, like uh, pretty much on the level of what I was going through. One had a serious health issue when she was young. Another one, when she was a teenager, a loved one was killed in a thrill kill murder. Murder, and losing somebody is hard enough. It's worse when it's murder, and when somebody did it just for the sheer fun of killing somebody. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine going through that. And another one, she had divorced an abusive husband. He kidnapped her kids and threatened to kill them if she did not get back with him. And it, it occurred to me, look, this all happened to them long before I knew them, but I've known them for several years. I've gotten to know them pretty well. I had no clue anything like that had ever happened to them because they went on to live relatively happy lives despite having been through those hells. And it made me realize if they were able to get through that and still go on to have relatively happy lives, I could get through my own personal hell, even if things turned out for the worst. At that point, had no idea. And it really made a big difference. It's like somebody threw me a lifeline. So I want you to keep that in mind. Some people I've noticed get really upset when other people start telling them their own stories, when they're telling about something bad that's going on with them now. And yeah, we all know that one person that's like has to make everything about themselves. They're like, look at me, look at me, look at me. If you're mad at them, sure, that makes sense. But everybody else, no, give them the benefit of the doubt that that's not what they're trying to do. Because realistically, they're trying to support you. They are reliving their own horror to try and support you, to make you feel like you're not so alone. So, like my friends, you know that people get through stuff. It's a gift to you. Accept it and understand what's going on, really. I mean, you know these people, you know that they're not trying to one up you. So why put that extra stress on you and on them by making it sound like they're being bad people when you need the help the most? They're not. They're helping you. And I've just told you my own story. It's very hard for me to talk about sometimes, and I wouldn't be doing this if I thought it wasn't going to help anyone. It's the same with your friends to do that. So I hope this did help you. If it did, do the usual things like follow, subscribe, share, uh, if it can help more people, the more it's worth, bearing my soul to you. But anyway, I hope this really did help you, and I'll see you again later.